Throughout the years, you had external help with outside songwriters like
Yes.
Anders Wikström of Treat.
That's right.
For example.
And Fredrik
Swedish,
Tomander, yeah. Swedish guys, yeah, that's right.
How did you come in contact with with Anders
With the
and
guys,
Fredrik?
that was with our previous manager who unfortunately died, I think a year ago, Uwe Block.
Okay.
He worked with them because he worked with Treat, and
Yeah,
he knew
I
the guy
remember
from previous days.
Yeah.
And he told me once, hey, you know what? It might be a good idea because the guy is still writing songs for Scorpions, for other bands, and they're really a great team. Anders Wikström and Fredrik Tomander is the other guy. And I said, okay, let's go there. On one weekend we went to Stockholm, Leo and I, and in one day we wrote 4 songs together. We had some basic ideas. They came up with an idea, and yeah, it was definitely a great challenge for us too, because we never tried to write with other people. After 15 or 20 years together, sometimes you think, oh, I did this before, or I sang that lyric before, so it's not easy always going for the best. So a little bit of fresh air, that's what we needed. And we wrote a few songs for the last 3 records, as you might know. And we saw them in Stockholm a few days ago, and it was cool to finally we gave them the platinum record for the last 3 records they did, and they were very happy. And I can imagine that we work on in the future, because it's more than just a co-writing situation. It's a friendship. They worked to Switzerland as well, and we were in Sweden as well, so very nice.
The funny thing is, we work as reviews for this homepage we have too, and then we got a hold of the new Treat.
Okay.
I don't know, have you heard it yet?
Not yet, but I know there's a song that I co-wrote with Anders.
I haven't got the cheat, I don't know.
I haven't heard it though.
but actually, that good you brought that up, that you co-wrote some songs, because...
And just one song, I think.
Because it came to my mind when I was listening that some of the songs sounded very Gotthard.
A little bit like Gotthard. I think that's the kind of corner of this kind of music. Thank you. That's the kind of music. I mean, that's the roots. I mean, the classic rock, Treat, and Gotthard is pretty much on the same direction.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Another funny thing is that when you got a break here in Scandinavia, finally Treat got a second wave here in Scandinavia too.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Because of Gotthard.
Maybe, who knows?
Well, actually, I think
probably people start to think again. They listen to this kind of music, and probably a lot of young kids, they are maybe tired of the same rap stuff that's going on all over. It's a fashion, you know. I think rock and roll, the way we play hard rock, it's always been there. Of course, there's some peaks and some lower levels, but I think a life without this kind of music wouldn't be nice. I think a lot of young people discover this music too.
But the advantage with Gotthard, I think, this we know what we're going to get.
The longevity,
from you.
Probably, yeah.
But looking back in the 90s, you made. Late 90s, you made
Open, maybe.
Yeah,
Open. And defrosted stuff,
that was right. A bit more, not
more
so
on the
hard
pop
rock.
side, more on the pop side,
Then you went back to the more hard rocking side.
Yes,
and got
that's
another
right.
break.
That's right.
What was that for you? A second coming?
It was actually a nice try to do something different. We were listening maybe a little bit too much, now you can say that, after these years. We were listening a little bit too much to our previous producer, Christian DrAOR from Crocus, and he wanted us to be more on the pop radio side, because you got more chances to be played on radio. But then, I mean, I like certain albums, like Open it's got some great songs in it, but I think I would produce it differently, because we were all afraid that we're going to shock the people who bought actually the previous album before, which was an acoustic live album, Defrosted.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And that's the one who really embraced a wide audience of people. You know, the secretary, the young girls, the older people. So it was suddenly a family music, you know. But the heart of Gotthard was always on the rockier side, like Lip Service On, I would say, or the first 3 records. So we're glad we tried that, because We got some influences from more melodical parts of arrangements, I would say. But then it's got to rock sometimes, and that's what we like, because it's much more fun to play that live. The energy has to come across.
En sista fråga.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, one last question. Your vocal inspiration is a singer like. Tell us more about your inspiration. If I hear influences, if I hear you sing, my first thing pops to mind, David Coverdale.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's the music I grew up. I mean, I was listening to a lot of bands when I was 13, 14 years old. I mean, Led Zeppelin was the big thing. Uriah Heep was big then. Deep Purple, of course, and all the bands related. Rainbow, Ronnie James Dio was one of my first idols, I would say. But then Coverdale, I like that kind of music, the bluesy, rocking thing. That's my thing. But I think there's too many good singers to mention. I mean, Geoff Tate is a great singer too, but it's completely different. It's got a different school. Nowadays, I would say there's no real influence. There's a little bit of everything, and I really try hard not to sound like somebody else. But there's always somebody you can compare, because the way you sound, it's always gonna be a little bit alike. Like if you paint, something, it's always gonna look like a little bit Monet, a little bit of Picasso, a little bit of Dali. It's the same with the music. So as long as you come up with great names like that, I'm happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care then.
Thank you.
See you later, hopefully.
Have a good gig tonight.
We will. Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye-bye.